Hello and welcome to Mr. Connally's Math. Today we're going to be doing standard form. Now we've already done slope-intercept form. Now we're going to be doing a different one called standard form. In order to do standard form, you'll see that it has something like a times x plus b times y equals c. So we've got x, y, and c, and everything's in sort of an alphabetical order. So the x stands for the x value of the x coordinate, and the y stands for the y value of the y coordinate. So we can use it in the same way. Now, if we think of what an x and y intercept are on a graph, we know if there's a line, wherever the line touches the y-axis is called the y-intercept, and wherever it touches the x-axis is called the x-intercept. Now, to find that point, we know that it'll be whatever this number is. Let's say it's 5 on the x value, and then this will be 0 for y. Conversely, if we have the y-intercept, we know that it's going to be 0 for x and whatever number it intercepts at, so let's say 6. So by knowing that the y-intercept is at 0 and the x-intercept is where y equals 0, then we can use that information to find the x and y-intercept of an equation. So we've got 4 times x minus 9 equals 0. So if we want to find the x-intercept, that means we make y equals 0. So we say 4 times x minus 9 times 0 should equal negative 12. And now we just solve for x. So 4x minus 0 is 4x. We've got 4x equals negative 12. Divide by 4, and you get x equals negative 3. So we know that the x-intercept is going to be at negative 3, 0. Okay, now but it says find the x and y-intercept. So we have to do the same thing, but instead of having no y value, have that equal 0, we're going to have x equals 0. So we'll say 4 times 0 minus 9 times y equals negative 12. And now we just solve for y. So this is 4 times 0 is 0. That leaves us with negative 9y equals negative 12. Divide by negative 9. Get y equals negative 12 divided by negative 9. We want to keep it improper, so all we can do is reduce. So let's divide these by 3. So we get negative 4 over negative 3. And a negative divided by a negative is a positive, so the answer is 4/3. So that means that our y-intercept is going to occur where the graph hits 0 and 4/3. Let's try the next example. Now for this example, we're going to take the steps in example 1 a little bit further. We're going to find the x and y-intercept, and then we're going to use that information to graph it. So the same thing, I want the x-intercept. That means that y will equal 0. And then I also need the y-intercept, which is where x equals 0. So I rewrite the equations. 2x plus 3 times 0 equals 12, and 2x plus 2 times 0 plus 3y equals 12. Now we solve both of these. So this will be 2x plus 0 equals 12. 2x equals 12 divided by 2. X equals 6. So that means our point is going to be 6, 0. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At 6, 0 is my first point, except that this is the x-axis, so it'll be over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there we go. There's the x-intercept. Now we've got 0 plus 3y equals 12. Divide by 3. Get y equals 4. So that means this point is going to be at 0, as x equals 0, and and then 4. So 0 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 0, 4. And now we can just draw a line between them. Ta-da! And now you have a line of this graph, which is 2x plus 3y equals 12, is represented by this line, and we know that it intercepts at 0, 4 and 6, 0. Let's try the next example. This next example wants us to graph horizontal and vertical lines. So in order to do that, we have y equals 5, and x equals negative 4. So what this is asking us is to draw a line where the only x value is negative 4 and the only y value is 5. So for the first one, y equals 5, we need to know where all the y's are 5. So that's going to be up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, let's get the right one going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's our line. If you notice, if I pick any point on this, it's going to have a y value of 5. So this is 2, 5. This is 5, 5. And this one over here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, negative 7, 5. All of these have values of y equals 5. So therefore, we've graphed y equals 5. Now the next one says x equals negative 4. So to do that, we want where all the x values equal negative 4. So that'll be, we got 0, we count over 1, 2, 3, 4, and we draw a line through here, and I guarantee you that that's x equals 4, because if you look at any point on here, this one's 0, this one's negative 4, 0, and then this one down here is negative 4, and then 1, 2, 3, negative 3. And even this point right here will be negative 4 over, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So therefore we've graphed x equals negative 4 and y equals 5. Y's are horizontal lines and x's are vertical lines. For example 4, we need to write this equation in standard form. Remember, standard form is ax plus by equals c, so x, y, and c. And you'll notice that this example, y equals negative 2/5 x plus 1, is what you remember from slope-intercept form. Quite clearly, the y is by itself, it's got a number next to the x, which is the slope, and then the y-intercept over here. Well, we're going to translate this back into standard form. And in order to do that, we need to get basically the x over onto this other side. And then it says using integers, so I need to turn everything into an integer. So let's start with the first things first. First we need to move this minus 2/5 x to the other side. So the way we do that is we add 2/5 x to both sides. And we get 2/5 x plus y equals 1. Okay, we've got our constant on the right, we've got a y by itself, and we've got the x. But it says it wants integers. So how do we get rid of the denominator of 5? Well, we multiply by its reciprocal. So if we multiply both sides of this equation by 5, for instance, then we'll be able to find out. So we'll distribute the 5, and I get 10 over 5 x plus 5 times 1 is 5y equals 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2, so I get 2x plus 5y equals 5. And there we have it. We have integers, and we have x plus y equals a number, in this case 5. 2x plus 5y equals 5. And that's how you write a number that was in slope-intercept form into standard form. If you have any questions, please let me know, and thanks for watching this video.